सर्वेश्वराय नमः। ॐ ईश्वराय नमः। ॐ कल्कि अवताराय नमः।
The divine has from time to time manifested to help and guide man. In response to human suffering, prayer and seeking, the divine has manifested in 1989, the year of many dramatic changes, as the golden orb. In human beings whose consciousness can reflect the golden orb reveals its teachings, which are called the Mahavakyas. The Mahavakyas and the commentaries on them are preserved in the archives of Sri Kalki-Episode-10-English. The golden orb is the phenomenon in response to people's suffering, prayer and seeking. It is the divine guiding humanity towards fulfillment, transformation, freedom, awakening, enlightenment and God realization, irrespective of gender, religion, caste, creed, class and nationality. It responds to one according to one's faith. For the Hindus, it responds as Kalki, besides taking the form of the god they worship. Here we listen to one of the Mahavakyas. I am the supreme knowledge. One who understands these Mahavakyas will be rid of ignorance, blessed eternally, and their family lineage will receive 16 varieties of boons. They will also be relieved of their suffering, will experience tremendous joy, and will finally be liberated from the cycle of rebirth.
सदा मन्दहासं हीरुं सौकुमार्यं समाश्वासमेगुं श्रीकल्कीस्वरूपं सदा पूजनीयं निन्पादारविन्दं चिदानन्दरूपा श्रीपद्मावतीशं सदा पूजनीयं निन्पादारविन्दं चिदानन्दरूपा श्रीपद्मावतीशं चिदानन्दरूपा श्रीपद्मावतीशम् प्रभुं प्राणनाथं विभुं विश्वनाथं प्रभुं प्राणनाथं विभुं विश्वनाथं प्रसन्नं प्रशान्तं श्रीकल्कीस्वरूपम्
Over the years, People from different walks of life, from different countries, belonging to different age groups, gathered at the feet of Sri Amma and Sri Bhagavan, seeking their guidance to solve their problems, to have their desires fulfilled, to achieve a sense of fulfillment, to be transformed, to discover freedom, to be awakened, to be enlightened, to discover oneness, and to discover and realize God. Their guidance came out as sutras, which are their teachings. That brought about a change in the way people thought and perceived and experienced their inner and their external worlds. The seekers got what they sought. Come, let's join one such interaction with Sri Bhagavan.
I am 21 years old. I am not happy with the way I look. I have tried self-harming, which I know is bad, but I can't stop. Can you please help me? What should I do, Bhagavan?
Suffering is in comparison, non-acceptance and resistance. Suppose you remove the wheels of a car and fit the wheels of a tractor to make it more rugged, or remove its engine and fit the engine of a bulldozer. Would it become more perfect? No. The car is a package. If you fit the wheel of a tractor, would it become a better car? The same with you. You are a package. Your kind-heartedness, creativity, and anger, the way you look, are all a package. They go to make you. Life that follows certain laws has created you that way. Life knows best. You are perfect as you are. All suffering is caused through comparison, non-acceptance, and resistance to what is.
God can never be completely understood. We can understand God only through His qualities, through His miracles. The divine is an ocean of qualities. If we try to speak of the Lord's qualities, we will be at a loss of words, nor will we be able to list them all. So numerous are its qualities. All we can do is attempt to praise Him. We praise God because He is worthy of our praise. He is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. He is our Creator, Provider, Healer, Redeemer, Defender, and much more. The magnitude and power of the phenomenon of Kalki is incomparable with anything that has gone before in human history. Walking and Talking with Kalki is a collection of the innumerable number of instances of the power of Kalki experienced by people across the globe. Come, let's join them.
I'm from Mumbai and I'm a journalist. Last September, that's September 2014, my husband and we got separated, and that's when I prayed because I was in the absolute pits. I had no idea where to go, what to do. On one particular day, after my husband announced officially that we are going to be separated in front of both the families, I was devastated. So the next day I took Sri Kalki's Diksha, and within 24 hours, exactly after 24 hours, Sri Kalki took me to an extreme state of happiness, bliss, joy. I didn't experience any pain, no hurt, no anger. It was just joy for a few hours within 24 hours of the official announcement of separation. Thereafter, my journey has been one of the most beautiful journeys in the last 35 years of my life, because I have never felt happier, I've never felt more free. So when I met Bhagavan in January 2015, Bhagavan told me one thing. He said, there must be no hate in you. At that point, I didn't understand what Sri Bhagavan said. So I said, okay, Bhagavan, and I came back home. And for the next 2 months, Bhagavan showed me so much hatred and so much jealousy inside me that I was totally stunned that there is all this going on inside me. And to a point where I started loving the jealousy, I started loving the hatred, because it gave me joy to see who I really am. There was no more pain, because there is hatred. There was this joy that there is hatred, there is jealousy, and I love it. This is who I am. Then I met Sri Bhagavan in April with my mother, and at that point Bhagavan asked me, do you love your mother? I said, no Bhagavan, I hate her. So Bhagavan said, you have to work on your relationship with your mother, that's your homework. So I said okay, and we came back home, and I had to put no effort. My relationship with my mother healed. The images that I had of my father because of the separation, I felt he was probably thinking that I'm not a good daughter, I don't have the values that he gave me. He probably held me responsible somewhere for the separation. But Bhagavan helped me even break those images and understand the pain that my father was going through, and that healed my relationship with him. In fact, today during the process when we were chanting the Moola Mantra 21 times, the very first time we started chanting it, in the first line, brilliant and intense experience of connectedness with my mother. I felt so connected to her. I felt she is no different from me. We both are one. And I felt this whole spring of love for her, which I had never experienced in the last 35 years of my life. It was so beautiful. And for the 21 minutes that we chanted the Moola Mantra, I just thanked her for everything that she has done for me. And I feel this relationship has actually healed completely today because of this experience. So among the several experiences, I'm very, very thankful for setting right my relationships with my parents, because as Sri Bhagavan says, that is the most important relationship in your life. If you set right your relationship with your parents, everything else will just be healed. So I'm just very thankful to be here. In fact, the course, the Science of Fulfillment of Desire, has helped me see what are my belief system, what are my ideas which are holding me back from moving ahead in life, even as being showered on me. So I'm very happy to be here. Thank you very much.
Sant Kabir sings in ecstasy. हमारा यार है, हम में हमन का इंतजार क्या? When I have discovered my friend within myself, where is there any more waiting for anybody? Love, fulfillment, ecstasy, peace. These are experiences one can have in the realm of the heart in a relationship with the divine. The domain of the divine cannot be reached through intellectual speculation and analysis.
The main shift what I observed was in decision making. నేను ముందు డిసిషన్ తీసుకునేవాడిని, కానీ డిసిషన్ ఎలా తీసుకునేవాడిని? విత్ ది help of my near and dear ones, or help of the people with whom I was involved. I run a business of my own. I have an industry to take care of. నేను ఆ హెల్ప్ తీసుకున్నప్పటికీ, ఆ డిసిజన్స్ కోసం హెల్ప్ తీసుకున్నప్పటికీ వాళ్ళ పర్స్పెక్టివ్స్ వచ్చాయి నాకు. దోస్ పర్స్పెక్టివ్స్ సమ్టైమ్స్ ఇట్ వుడ్ హ్యావ్ హెల్ప్ మీ ఆర్ నాట్, అండ్ వెన్ ఇట్ హ్యాడ్ నాట్ హెల్ప్ మీ ఐ యూస్ టు బ్లేమ్ దెమ్. ఐ యూస్ టు గెట్ ఇన్ టు అ స్ట్రగల్. నేను ఆ స్ట్రగల్లో వెళ్ళినప్పుడు రిలేషన్స్ పాడైపోయేది, నేను బ్లేమ్ చేసేవాడిని. యాక్చువల్ జరిగేది ఏంటి ఇక్కడ? I was incapable of taking decisions, but the beauty is I was not able to recognize that నేను డిసిషన్స్ తీసుకోలేకపోతున్నాను, కానీ బ్లేమ్ చేసేవాడిని అవతలని. ఎందుకని మీరు నాకు కరెక్ట్గా డిసిషన్స్ ఇవ్వలేకపోతున్నారు. That was the weakness happening, which I was not able to realize, but thinking that yes, I am doing successful. After coming here, the shift happened in the decision making. I grew in confidence. అంతర్యామిని అప్పుడు నాకు తెలిసింది, అవగాహన వచ్చింది. I came to know that there is a something called Antaryamin. I used to get fascinated before. I read a lot of books. I had gone through this book, I can relate right now, is my experiences with the truth, written by Mahatma Gandhi, in which always he had written that he used to speak to his Antaryamin, Lord Ram. ఆయన ఏది డిసిజన్స్ తీసుకునే ముందు అంతర్యామిన్తో మాట్లాడేవారు, లార్డ్ రామ్తో మాట్లాడేవారు. ఐ వాజ్ ఫ్యాసినేటెడ్ హౌ గాంధీ యూస్ టు టాక్ టు రామ్. హూ వాజ్ దిస్ డ్యూయల్ పర్సనాలిటీ ఇన్సైడ్? వాట్ ఈస్ అంతర్యామిన్? వాట్ ఈస్ మహాత్మా గాంధీ? ఆయన ఎవరితో మాట్లాడేవారు లోపల? ఆ లోపల వాళ్ళు ఎలా మాట్లాడేవారు? హౌ యూస్ టు గాట్ హిస్ ఆన్సర్స్ ఫ్రమ్ హిస్ అంతర్యామిన్. ఐ మీన్ దిస్ వాజ్ రియలీ వెరీ ఫ్యాసినేటింగ్ ఫర్ మీ. అండ్ ఐ యూస్ టు థింక్, ఇది ఎలా జరిగేది? అంతర్యామిన్, సోల్, యువర్ సెల్ఫ్, ఇవన్నీ కనెక్షన్స్ ఎలాగయ్యేది? ఇక్కడికి వచ్చిన తర్వాత ఎప్పుడైతే నేను ప్రాసెస్లోకి ఎంటర్ అయ్యాను, లెవెల్ 1, లెవెల్ 2, లెవెల్ 3 ఇక్కడ ప్రాసెస్ నేను పాల్గొన్నాను, అంతర్యామిన్ వచ్చింది. సెల్ఫ్ కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ గ్రూ. that helped me in the decision making process. ఆ డెసిషన్స్లో నేను సక్సెస్ చూడగలిగాను. Now my relations also improved because I was able to take decision myself. నేను స్వతహాగా నేను డెసిషన్స్ తీసుకుంటూ పోయాను. నేను ఎవరి మీద డిపెండ్ అయ్యే వాళ్ళతో నేను డెసిషన్స్ మేకింగ్ కోసం వాళ్ళని ఇన్వాల్వ్ ఇప్పుడు చేయట్లేదు. చేసినప్పుడు నా రిలేషన్స్ వాళ్ళతో బాగుండేది. దిస్ నో బ్లేమ్ గేమ్. I could realize my own deficiencies, my own incapabilities, and later I could realize how a decision making can be taken. That was getting me into the success part. That success was nothing I contributed to Kalki. He comes to me as a success. He comes to me as a suggestion. He comes to me as a friend. He comes to me as an Antaryamin. I have a strong Antaryamin now. I am happy. I am happy because I am able to take decisions. There is no conflicts inside. And with this, there are no blames. There is no escape. I own my mistakes. I own my the decisions, and that is really taking me lengths in my career, in my life. I am so happy about it. My relation with my wife, my children are improving because I am no longer in the conflicts. I am not blaming them in any of these things. I thank this moment. I thank Sri Kalki for this.
Kalki, as the Antaryami residing in the loving hearts of their devotees, guide them through the trials and tribulations of their lives, transform their being, and bestow them the one long-awaited experience of love.
I used to work for a very large private bank in a very senior position, and then I set up my own management consulting company. I have been coming to the Sri Kalki Vishwavidyalaya for many years now and attending many programs and courses. In fact, I am here attending a course today. This morning in one of the sessions we had a prayer, and I had such a beautiful mystical experience which I'd like to share. A few seconds after the prayer, I had my eyes closed and I saw this manifestation of a huge orb of light, white and golden light. It was a sphere, and it came very close to me, and I then suddenly realized that it was not a solid sphere. It could take any shape. So suddenly I found that sphere, extending itself as like arms, and those arms came and hugged me. And when it hugged me, suddenly I saw Lord Kartikeya, Lord Muruga, who was my childhood deity. I used to worship Lord Muruga and Kartikeya as a small boy. Just as I was experiencing this, again I saw another sight. It had now changed to Krishna, and I was a big devotee of Sri Krishna all during my youth years as a follower of the Bhagavad Gita and the Bhagavad Puranam. And I had this experience of Sri Krishna hugging me, and I had this experience of all the gopis being around, and I was filled with this great warmth. And just as this was becoming more and more personal, suddenly I experienced all that I had experienced at the Vishwavidyalaya during all the courses. I've had many experiences, all of them came back. One by one I experienced the whole thing again. And this beautiful sphere of energy just engulfed me. I was inside the sphere, and I just felt a deep sense of being one with the all-us, with everything that was around. I was not separate. And I had always read and heard that God is unknowable, and the closest experience one can have of God is through an avatara or a phenomenon. And it became a deep personal insight to me today in the form of the Sri Kalki phenomenon that I experienced. And as I was experiencing this, being engulfed by this beautiful energy form, one statement resounded in me powerfully. Formless as I am, the Antaryamin shall awaken inside you in the form you choose or in the form I choose, for every form is my form. And this is one of the great Mahavakyas of Sri Kalki. All that I can say is I'm in deep gratitude to Sri Kalki for this beautiful experience.